All right, so this is the assignment in Photoshop. We're going to talk about this. This is just a little bit of the layout. This is your menu bar at the top. This is your option bar. This is your toolbox. This is your canvas, and this is your palettes. So I just kind of go over this because when I start talking, oh, this is over here in your toolbox, or go to your palettes, go to your menu bar, your option bar, that kind of stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Then we're going to go, I'm going to show you how to edit a picture, and we're going to go into filter camera raw, and here's a screenshot on how to get there. And then the screen will look like this, okay? And then we're going to try all of these things right here, and there's a blown up picture of those right here. And then when you try those, you're going to write a definition down on the side over here. So you're going to make a copy of this document, and then you're just going to type in what you think it's doing to the picture. So let's go into Photoshop, and we're just going to do File, Open, and you can choose one of your pictures that you took last class. So we're going to open up this picture, and then we're going to go to Filter, and down to Camera Raw Filter. And now when you shoot in RAW, your pictures will automatically open up like this, but this is how we get the RAW options. This is how professionals would edit their photos, so you have a lot of really great tools to use in here. So the first one is your temperature. You can just, if I kind of can just look at it and say, okay, so if I go this way, it's going to add more blue, or this one can add more yellow. And then once you do that, you can go back to your document, and you can write in what it's doing. I'm not going to write those in, but then you can go to the tint. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get it to look natural. I'm going to take the exposure. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. I like to bounce down to the black, so you don't have to do them in order. Kind of push those a little bit. White up a little bit. Let's take the shadows. And then these ones down here at the bottom go a long way. So just make it a little bit. And then in a minute, I'm going to go to the extreme so you can actually see a little bit of what these are doing. So if I hit OK, then it pops back into here, and I want to go to my history. And if I click on the open, that's what the picture looked like before. And then I click on my camera raw, this is what it looks like after. So we're trying to improve our pictures, just like that, like that. I can then do filter, go back down to camera raw again. You don't want to do this one because what that is just exactly a repeat of what you did in the first camera raw. So if you do that, I can show you. If you click on it, it just repeats exactly what you did. So if I go back up here, and then I'm going to go to filter camera raw. So just make sure you don't go to the one on the top. You want to go to the one on the bottom. Okay, so if I really go all one way, I can then, really change it, and I can really make it really bright or really dark. Okay, so before you start to edit realistically, I want you to kind of play around with these and see what these do. You can also click on the numbers, and you can just hit 0 to zero them back out to start them off where it was in the beginning. Whoops. So you can take one at a time and say, okay, this is exposure. It's going to make it really dark. This one's going to make it really light. Okay. Then, so those are all the ones that you're going to write down and talk about what they do. But there are also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more different tabs that you can use to try to edit your photo as well. So I'm not going to go over all of these ones, but like, so if I just click in here, I can try this and see what it does. and say, okay, what is it doing? Is it doing anything? But I want you to try these and say, okay, is this doing anything? The noise, is it taking anything out? If I come here, if I can just do like just the reds, like if I want to move just the reds around or the oranges, like obviously this orange is orange, so we are changing just that. If you want to lighten it up a little bit, or you can make it, make it a little bit oranger. Here we go. If you want to do something like that. But then you also, inside this tab, most of them have different tabs too. So you have hue, then you can change the reds in the saturation. What does that do? Then you have here, you can do this, okay? You go over to here, you have these, you can change all this stuff. You have all this stuff in here, and then don't forget that you can scroll down. So like this one is cool, like it makes your picture like that, or you can like pinch your picture. So I want you to try all of those. I'm just gonna hit cancel. And then make sure that you are filling out inside here all the things that you've done. And we're gonna take the whole entire class to do this today. This is your only time to experiment with these, because then we'll start to move on. So you really wanna take this time and this block to actually look at all these different things and try to understand them, because then it will help you when we move on to other stuff.